The interviewers know they have Swo cornered, but hope fades quickly when Swo decides not to talk.
Story points already. He's gonna change again. You watch. He's an organized guy.
Investigators are at a crucial point in the interview. Thomas Koo, a diabetic, has been without medication for 2 weeks. They have two choices: to keep pressing for the truth, or offer a deal to the kidnappers.
He's my Thomas' whole story. Slack this one.
At that point, our main concern was for the safety of the Susie.
Oops, my thumb slipped. Almost dropped my phone. Good morning, everyone. They're all doing really well. You see how they're back here? About 3 or 4 days ago, they rigged, got through here somehow, and I've got it pretty cordoned off. And the reason being is because like there's a little bit of a draft coming through there, so I don't want them by the door anyway. Especially when it's super cold, because of where I live. Very long straight street, and the wind just blows straight down there and whistles. I mean, you can hear it. And I sometimes have a blanket rolled up in front of there. Weather stripping doesn't matter. It's all weather stripped. It just, when the wind is blowing straight against your house, it's hard to keep it completely out. And it's a metal door, so it's cold. On top of that, we have our rubber mat there, and then the boot tray for the guys' big work boots. Now, those are just mine because I went outside and cleared off the front steps and the back deck. Hate it when the dogs bring in snowballs in their armpits because they're running around in the snow having fun, but getting full of snow. They can run around out on the deck without it being full of snow and still have fun. But the dirt on there, it's salt, mud. I mean, the mud's from, my grandson is a carpenter. They do barns, great big metal barns, garages, houses. They build all kinds of stuff. So, and my sons, one works out in the bush doing logs and chips, and the other one does highway maintenance, like the MTO. So they bring in dirt from everywhere. So I really, really try to keep the puppies away from this area because of the possibility of soil. Well, as it turns out, Riggs got through there the other day, and I couldn't see him for a minute or two, and I was doing a video. I put my camera down, stopped the video, and I went to find him. I thought maybe he was stuck under the couch or something like that, because Harley used to climb under the couch, crawl under the couch all the time, up until the point where she got stuck when she was like about 4 months old. So I kind of thought maybe he was under there, but as it turns out, he was over here. Got through here somehow. He was over there, and he was at the boot tray, and I picked him up, smelled his face, and I could smell salt. That's another reason why I don't want them over there at all, because that salt will not only burn their paws, but if they actually lick it in that, very, very harsh, and could cause their tummy's a little bit of problem. Well, a couple days later, I'm paying attention to them because, especially Riggs, because he's the only one who was over there. And you can see their area is pretty darn clean. I never leave a bowel movement there. As soon as they do it, and they tell you, by gosh, they tell you. They run around, each one of them does it. They run around and kind of whimper a little, looking for a spot. And they go as far away from their bed normally as possible. So it's usually around this area here that they'll do their bowel movements. Well, yesterday they went to the vet. Day before, the night before, so that would be Monday night. They had their bowel movements almost in sync. Bang, bang, bang. But one of them was really stinky. And I cleaned them all up. Wasn't quite sure who did it, but kind of thought it was Riggs. So the next morning, I was taking them to the vet in the afternoon. So the next morning, no, baby. Harley, don't lick the bums. I was taking them to the vet, so I made sure that I kept track of exactly who did their bowel movements. Because I don't know if everybody heard my Coccidia little thing there, but Coccidia in a puppy can be dangerous just because it gives them diarrhea. And it's normal for adults to have it in their intestines and that. And it doesn't do them any wrong or anything. They just poop it out. But because little guys have such delicate gastrointestinal systems, they can't really handle it, and it gives them diarrhea. Well, none of them have diarrhea. I just got a stinky poo Monday night, and then Tuesday morning I took a sandwich baggie and I picked up each one of their poos. Took it into the vet with them, and they checked them, and really, Anderson's little guy and Davidson's little guy don't have the smelly poo. It's just Riggs, but they found nothing in their poo. But Dr. Matt is a very thorough vet and said, because I told him, once you smell Coccidia, you'll never forget the smell. And he thinks that Riggs may have gotten a little bit of it just because of the smell. They couldn't find anything. Their tests came out negative for them all. And I got them all done. Not cheap, but, it's too important to, hey, baby. Yeah, it's just too important. We gotta know. So, long story short, they have to take a medicine, a quarter pill in the morning and a quarter pill at night. It's pretty easy to give to them, but it's a 10-day regime, which means they won't be done it until until Wednesday night. Now, nobody is sick. Nobody actually has any symptoms of it, except Briggs has really stinky poop. And I started them on the medicine yesterday, and honestly, today I have not smelt it. It doesn't smell the same anymore. But they still have to take the medicine. If you are okay with doing it yourself, I can show you how to do it and everything. If they were sick, I'd say you can't have them until their medicine is done. But they're not sick. So, if you're okay with that, you can still have them Valentine's Day. But if not, I'm perfectly happy with keeping them until they're all done their medicine. Because like I said, if they were sick, and I did have puppies who ended up with diarrhea, Coccidia, the first time that it happened. And it was summertime, and Mom had already weaned them, but I let Mom back in the house from going outside, and when they're done weaning, I let the mums go down on the ground. But I came back in, and she pushed the gate open somehow and got in and laid down and let the puppies suckle. And this is from a mom who doesn't normally do that. So I was completely surprised. Usually when she has, and it was Shelby, usually when she's done feeding them, it's by 6 weeks. She starts weaning them at 4 weeks. By the time 6 weeks comes around, they're totally weaned. Her daughter is even shorter than that with them, but with her puppies. Whereas Susie will feed them forever. That's why Susie is never allowed to go on the ground until the puppies go home. So Susie wasn't on the ground. She never brought it back. Hey! Davidson's little guy. He's the one that, hey, wait just a minute. You don't need a reprimand. Stop. It's the one with the teeth. And got poor Riggs. Yeah. I mean, Anderson's got teeth too. But his is just coming in. He's got bottom teeth. Yeah. So where was I? Oh yeah, so anyway, I'm okay with keeping them till Thursday morning, just to make sure that everything's okay with the medicine and everything. But if you're okay with giving them a pill, now if anything changes between now and Valentine's Day, if they actually get diarrhea, I doubt it. How? I doubt it because because they haven't had it yet, and he's the only one that had the stinky poo. They haven't had it yet, so I doubt very much they'll get it, especially now that they're on medicine. Okay. There we go. I'm up on the couch. They were just attacking me. Shelly, get up on the couch. Oh, they took your toy. That's actually the adult's toy, but the puppies love it. So either way, give me a call, give me a text. I'd like to talk to everybody, and if you haven't called me by supper time, I'll shoot you a text that I'd like to talk to you and explain what's going on. Again, they're not sick. Nobody ended up with any kind of diarrhea. once you know the smell of Coccidia, you'll be able to tell right away. And that was the whole thing. Dr. Matt said that they didn't find any in their bowel movements, but it could be so early that it's just started. And because he said he smelt it too. So to be on the safe side and proactive, we were giving them the pills. And it's a quarter pill a day. It's already broken up into the size. And you really just put it in the back of their tongue, in the back of their mouth, and you just give it a little push to the back of their mouth. They swallow it right away. They are so darn cute. Yeah. Hi, Sarah. Hi, baby girl. She's the one that may be having a litter in 2 to 3 months. She's, well, 2.5 months maybe. Depends on whether she lets Parker or not. And even if they do, it's never guaranteed, but we'll know in about 2 months. Because she's just at the beginning of her heat, so. Oh, Mom's got baby. Grandma. We just call her Grandma because she's her grandma. And the old lady. He's the old man. They're both fixed. Their daughter is right there, Mika. Mika's daughter is Sarah. Parker's our new little stud muffin. He's just had his birthday. He's just over 2 years old. Hey, cutie pie. And he broke his toes when about 3 to 4 weeks after I brought him home. He was running on the deck, and there's a little space in between the boards. His toes, 3 of his toes bent in, or were bent into it when he was running, and he just wouldn't walk after that. So he cried out. I picked him up. I couldn't see anything going on. It's not like it swelled right away or anything. And then he wouldn't walk on it or on his leg. And I called the clinic first thing the next morning. I'm pretty sure it was on a Sunday when he did it. So Monday morning I called the vet clinic and got one of the spare appointments that are set aside for sort of emergency ones, but they don't charge you emergency visits at the Crossroads. They have 3 or 4 visits set aside every day. Well, they used to. I don't know if they still do. But they're, I think with the pandemic, they've changed it to Saturday, all day is call-in visits, appointments kind of things. But took him in the next day. They x-rayed his foot, and normally, if it was just like the end of his toe. This one right here. Normally, they don't do anything with a broken toe, but because there was 3 of them, he was in a cast. Yep. And he was such a baby. Just, he was just, had to pamper him. Just had to, poor baby. 3 little broken toes, and he was like just barely 3 months old, I think. And when I was explaining to them how it happened, the person at the desk, he doesn't work there anymore, but he said, oh yes, we get that quite often. Their toes get stuck in the space between the deck. And I went, wow, really? I never thought that'd be a thing, but apparently it happens. So Parker was my severe sucky-wucky. He stayed on the couch right beside me. I carried him outside to go do his stuff. I brought food to him, brought water to him. Nobody was allowed on the couch but him in case they bumped into him or something. He was on pain meds. See, Riggs he's still just as active as ever. Loves his butt being scratched too. I mean, they all do. Love their curly little tails. Aww, is he sleeping? Davidson is sleeping. Oh, how cute. They love the bed. Hi, Pumpkin. Hello, sweetheart. That's such a comfy bed, eh? Yeah. No. You betcha. Yeah. He's got it's right, the tickle spot is right there. Yeah, okay. But likes his whole belly done. But this is the tickle spot. You're so cute. See, he looks all black and white, but he's got the brown on both sides of his jowls. Yeah. Oh, he's so tired. Well, I better put them to bed. See? Oh. They're getting tuckered out. Oh. Well, the video is 23 minutes long, and they've been out longer than that, so. But look at the energy. See? There's nothing wrong with Riggs. He's the one with the most, with the most energy. Oh, don't attack your brother. Come on. Hey, baby. Yeah, you just want to nap and you still want to play. We'll leave you out for a while then, okay? Yeah. We better put the other two to bed. Okay, so I'll talk to everybody later. Have a great day.